Hello, good morning, Ibu. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the chance given to me. In this nice occasion, I'm going to present about our topic today, that is about case-based learning, in which the focus is revisiting case-based learning. So let me show you the presentation. Right. So this is it, revisiting case-based learning. I'm Igede Putu Agus Pramerta. So these are the points that I'm going to address. This is to find new concepts or ideas related to case-based learning in multidiscipline, because the articles that I found, it is talking about civics education and different professionals. So I think this is going to be interesting because I got a lot of new insights here. And there are some points to be addressed. The first is, what are the reasons on using these articles? And then what are the theoretical frameworks? What are the insights from it? What are the steps or the syntax and example of implementation of case-based learning in Indonesian context, where English status as a foreign language. And the last is what's the conclusion from this presentation, right? Wait, wait a moment. Okay. What are the reasons for choosing this article? For the first article, this is based on the requirement of this course, in which there must be cited two articles, two main articles to be discussed with several references or sources. The first article was done in 2020 by Adri Ekuler Holyfiok and Samila Janakiraman, Switcheng, and 111. The title is Asynchronous Online Discussion During Case-Based Learning, a Problem-Solving Process. And if it is checked in the Schemago Journal rank, this is already internationally recognized and indexed by Schemago Journal rank with H index of 49. So the impact is so high from this number. Then for the second article was conducted by Muhammad Jafar in 2018, which title is The Improvement of Indonesia Students' Engagement in Civic Education Through Case-Based Learning. This is going to be different sites in Indonesian context with civics education. And this is also already internationally recognized and indexed by Schemago Journal rank with H index of 19. Uh, it is meaningful and relevant article to be addressed in this presentation. Then what are the theoretical frameworks that I got personally from these two main articles? Case-based learning is a process centered on real-world, ill-structured stories with multiple and often ambiguous solutions. What I stressed here is real-world and ill-structured stories. So from this article, I've just found two terminologies in delivering case-based learning: ill-structured stories and well-structured stories. Ill-structured stories are stories or problems that are delivered or provided to the students in the teaching and learning process with is potentially provide and take a multiple and often ambiguous solution. This is interesting for me from this article. And it is a cognitive model that values the concrete over the abstract. So the concrete is the focus, no abstract. And the third one, it employs constructivist pedagogy by developing students' knowledge from experiences. So it's not only from the real fact, from the news, for example, or information that exists, but also the students' experiences. It can be used to have this teaching and learning process with case-based learning. Then um, it it is relevant with Chardusa and Richard 2013 that said they are just newly important ones. This is actually nothing new with case-based learning because they are no new. There are just newly important ones. That is why that is why it is relevant to provide this topic with revisiting case-based learning. Then what are the insights from the articles that I got? The first is the opportunity of CBL implementation and the teaching mode of CBL implementation. So the opportunity here relate to CBL affects students' value, orientations, and forms behavior. In the previous one, I just know that case-based learning is, yeah, it's a case. There is a case, there will be solution toward the case. But what I found here, case-based learning affects students' value, orientations, and form behavior. So there are value, orientation, and also forms behavior. And the teaching mode of CBL implementation, it can be set in asynchronous online discussion. Not only synchronous online discussion, but also CBL is feasible to be implemented in asynchronous online discussion. These are the syntax that I found from these two articles. They have different syntax. The first article consists of explaining the issue, analyzing the issue or the case, discussing and interviewing the students toward their solution on the issue or their positions on the issue. Meanwhile, in the second article, the syntax is started with telling the issue. Yeah, telling the issue, clarifying it, to make clarifications toward that issue, and generating ideas toward the issue. So the students are invited to generate ideas, and they are going to be assessed in terms of their understanding, their solution toward the issue. From these two different modification of the syntax of the case-based learning, what I can find here is that the focus of the case-based learning is doing discussion and solving problems. Yeah, the discussion can be done based on the issue or the cases delivered by the teacher or prepared by the students based on their experiences. And the solution of the problems can be addressed to ill-structured problems or well-structured problems. But the focus on this article to improve students' critical thinking is on ill-structured problems with multiple ambiguous solutions. Then regarding to the Indonesian context, that can be implemented in the classroom in which the status of English is as English as a foreign language. This is the example that I can provide in this presentation after looking at the main articles and also uh, some sources related to case-based learning. For example, in the classroom, teacher raises issue about cyberbullying that happened in Facebook or Instagram. Facebook or Instagram are chosen because based on my reading from Sanders 2021, this is very current information. Facebook and Instagram are among the hottest social media platforms across the globe, with 2.32 billion and 1 billion monthly active users, respectively. So that is why Facebook or Instagram are so relevant to be used as the tools to get the information about cyberbullying. Then the students are asked to relate it to Trihita Karana concept, so local wisdom concept, the role of local wisdom concept to handle cyberbullying. Then students are asked to discuss it in a peer, with their peer, to have the solutions toward the cyberbullying and values that they will get, that they will get for the betterment of their behavior in the future. So this example is relevant to be implemented in the EFL classroom. And the conclusion from this presentation and also my personal justification that case-based learning is currently relevant to be revisited and implemented in EFL class. Why? Because it is not only about knowledge. So implementing case-based learning is not solely about knowledge, but also it is about value. And it is not only implemented in synchronous discussion mode, but also in asynchronous online discussion mode. So this is hybrid, this is high flex learning in implementing case-based learning. And the last one, it provides meaningful learning through contextual classroom activities. So this is totally contextual, relevant based on the students' experiences. So they will get a meaningful learning through the implementation of case-based learning. And these are the recommendations that can be done in the future. It should be conducted in EFL class since that we are in Indonesia with the status of English as foreign language. It's better and it's relevant to be conducted in the future case-based learning with values orientation with asynchronous mode setting. And then it should be conducted by accommodating well-structured and ill-structured problems. There will be mix or combination between two kinds of problems to be discussed as the case. And it should be conducted to find effectiveness of CBL in synchronous and asynchronous mode. This is another recommendation from me to conduct a research related to CBL for the sake of finding effectiveness in synchronous and asynchronous mode. Yeah, I think that's all for my presentation related to case-based learning. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.